ride Friday, February 7th. Was supposed to drop today in Tampa, but I picked up Wednesday about 6 p.m. and then got into Tampa before the deadline of 2 p.m. to deliver. So they took me a whole day early, which is awesome. And you can do that out here. Talk to the broker, see if they know anything about that, if you're actually talking to a live person, and see if they deliver early, or look at the notes if it's an app and see if they allow delivery early, because it helps you get another day. And I'm already out of Florida. I'm up in Savannah, pretty good hub for freight. But I got a little pet peeve that I've been noticing. This is my second year now in, and one time I was talking to a fellow driver, as we were both getting unloaded in my hometown of Greenville, and he was talking about, he was booked on three different loads, just in case he's trying to pick the best one, and depending on what time he got out of there. So that means one driver is holding up three other loads that were decent loads. He was showing to me. I was kind of conversing with him as his friend. And really in my mind, I was thinking, this guy is killing the rest of us. And then lo and behold, today, I get a little taste of that, of you're gonna be waiting. I wait normally till 11, 10:30 to start booking a load, because that's when people start needing it moved, and that's when they pay the most. So if you get something great that's already been paying good and you book it early, that's great. And if you're in a decent market like Savannah, you can kind of name your price or hold on to your bids. But a couple loads I was looking at, two of them, and they disappeared right about 11. And at that time in the day, I could have made it. It was, one of them was like 140 miles away, and one of them was like 100 miles away. I could have made it there for pickup. Then it comes down to about an hour before the deadline for pickup, and these two loads, the brokers are calling me, hey, we saw you offered this back then, we'll take that now. And this is some good rates. One was going up to Salem, Virginia, just above my house, Rocane, Virginia, if you're more familiar with that, kind of by Bristol. So that was a good one. It was paying $1,300 is what I offered. And they said, yeah, we had a driver that just fell off of it. I'm like, oh, go figure. Another guy that was holding loads. Just a pet peeve in this industry. You're going to learn about this. And then the other load, same thing. The guy fell off of it. It was going from Sandersonville, which is kind of between Atlanta and Savannah, off of 16. And it was going to Charlotte, so right by my house. It was delivering on Monday, which is fine. I wish we just would have went home. And they said, yeah, our driver just fell off it that we booked. I'm like, oh, go figure. Same thing. I was going to get $1,000 for 280 miles, something like that, which would have been fine with me because it was light. It was like 14,000 pounds. So that's two different loads that I would have been able to be there on time and booked. But the brokers, of course, want to get the cheapest guy. But then when that cheapest guy falls off because he finds something better, you're stuck because you're still too far away to make the pickup now. So something you're going to run into when you're out here. That's my rant for the day. I'm at my good old McDonald's down here, just south of Savannah, Georgia. I'm going to keep looking for a load, but it's now about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it gets scarce, so all you're going to get is heavy stuff that's open late, like sugar loads and stuff. So that's my rant. Sorry, I don't normally talk this much, but that's what you're going to run into out here with brokers and with other drivers. They're going to be holding loads that they're going to pick the best one to take, and the brokers are going to be trying to book them early, so they take these guys, and then they end up canceling, and then you're too far away to get there. So just don't get frustrated. It's hard not to, but God bless, and keep your head up, keep trucking. All right, so once again, last minute rate con. Been sitting in Savannah for almost the whole beginning of the morning and afternoon trying to find a load, and get a call on a load I bid on 2 hours ago, and it is 28 minutes until this load needs to pick up, and I'm 11 miles away. So sometimes it works like this in the freight game. You're going to get last minute. That's the only way you get the best rate. I mean, I just got $1,200 on 260 miles, but you got to play the game to get that because they were offering $800 on it. So going back down to Florida, the top of Florida, but just a freight game, man. I'll show you. There's a picture right here of when they called me, and the load picks up by 5, and I have to be there before 5. So stick to your guns, and the brokers will come calling. But they're going to take all these other guys first that booked it early, that are booking multiple loads. But I don't know, it gets frustrating, but just stick with your guns. You might not get some days, or something might pop up late, but if you want to make the most money for your truck, stick to your guns. All right, guys. God bless. So there's different buildings?
Yeah, there's about 16 buildings. Hold on, I'm gonna try and make it all. Yeah, I'm in transportation, man, so we don't have anything to do with it. So
I just want to make sure I was here on time.
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
So just checked in at Outsource Logistics at 4:55. They told me to get here by 5. Gave me the load at 4:35 when I was 11 miles away. And now this guy takes his time until it's after 5. Calls his buddy, who's supposed to be the one, I guess, in a different building, way over there. And it's like they're playing a game to kind of make sure that he's gone by the time I get there. So let's go see if he's there. But it's 5 o'clock, so he probably want to get out of there. We shall see. Right, it is 5:02 now. We got 2 cars out front, building 11. Let's see what's going on. One guy's in that truck. He's probably the one I need for 5 o'clock. Going to Walmart, DC.
Building 41, so it'll be 50-40.
Okay.
So you're gonna come out of this complex completely.
Huh?
And you're gonna take a left, and then you're gonna take your next left.
So, because I just went to the main office at Outsource, not that one, go all the way out to the main road?
Go to that road, to the stop sign there.
Uh-huh.
Take a left.
Where that Outsourced main office was?
Uh-huh.
Go all the way down that?
No. So you're gonna come out of here, go past the main office that you were in.
Go behind it?
Yep, go behind it,
Okay.
take a left, and then take the next left into that complex, go all the way down. Building 41's the last one on your right.
Okay. All right, thanks. And that's what you want to see. Got 1 car left. And the guy was standing there at that last door, being like, come on. So he's waiting for me. Let's get the truck in there so he can go home and I can get on the road. You know, running into some crazy stuff out here. Be ready for anything. That's why it's a good paying load. 11 pallets of the Fiji. Come back here and he's waiting for me to sign it and get ready. Probably gonna be one of the quickest loads I've ever had because he wants to go home. Friday, 5 o'clock. He's got beers to drink. He's got things to do. Me, on the other hand, just trying to make some money for the family. That was a crazy one though. So I'm putting the seal on. It's windy out here. And that guy was definitely just waiting for me. Poor guy. But hey, they got it done. That's what it's gonna be out here sometimes. Have a good Friday, bud. So how I book loads, that long rant that started the video. These are the apps I use. A lot of people subscribe to Truck Stop or DAT. I tried DAT in the very beginning for about 2 weeks, and I wasn't getting any better results than I was with the 2 other apps. And in the beginning, I said in previous videos, as you're a new authority, a lot of people won't touch you for 30 days. Uber Freight takes you right off the bat. And Uber Freight used to have some pretty good rates. And as of today, I saw an article, Uber Freight just dropped their detention from 75 an hour to 40 an hour, and their layover from, let me cut this truck off. Their layover from 200 to 150. And I forgot something else that they dropped to, but pretty much on the same level as all the other guys now. So Uber Freight used to be good for detention. You get an extra $300 sometimes. But anyways, going back to that beginning, I just use apps. Here's a picture of my phone with the most apps I use. I also have like XPO, but they've never been good for anything. I've never even booked a load with them. And even as of today, it's been a year and a half I've had my authority. And I was trying to book a Coyote load earlier. That was a pretty good load. It was, it was like $850 for like 160 miles. And I was pretty close to the receiver, and I had to be there again, like before 4 o'clock. And I was right down the road about 17 miles. She's like, okay, I'm getting it ready. And my proof of insurance, because I've never run a load for Coyote since I started. And I figured I was using 1, 2, 3 load board, looking at different load boards around because it was getting into the day. And Coyote had a load on there. So I looked at my app and I was still like logged in. I could log into it. But as I started trying to book that load, the broker called me on a different load than the one I booked just now, which is also Coyote. And luckily she called me an hour before and she's like, your proof of insurance is certificate for insurance. You're going to learn that every one of these brokers you work with, they're going to need a proof certificate of insurance that it has them named on it. So Progressive Insurance is real easy to do. You can do it right on the app. You just log in and go to documents, and it says certificate of insurance, and it lets you fill in the name and the address, and then you can email it to them. It takes you a minute if you're good with your phone. So I had to get that on file. Luckily, that was on file for that load, but she ended up not being able to book it for me because I had never booked a load with Coyote, and this receiver or shipper required that you had at least one load with Coyote. So didn't get that one, so that was part of my day-to-day. But there's a picture right here of the apps I use. Never use DAT, never use Truck Stop or Truck Stop or any other ones. I use 1, 2, 3 load board. If you download them, they let you look at 3 loads per day for free. And that's how I found the Coyote load. So you just pick the ones that you really would be interested in, and look at most of the time, all the loads that they have on 1, 2, 3 load board are all these loads that they have on the apps like Coyote, TQL, all the XPO, JB Hunt. They all have their own apps. So I just go through all those apps repetitively in a circle, looking for what pops up new. And I used to use Uber Freight a lot. I have not used Uber Freight in a while because their loads are they're all just heavy, and their rates are $300-400 below these other guys if you play it out right. Because Uber Freight, unfortunately, you're not allowed to place offers. You'll see when you get in here that you can place offers on a lot of these ones and talk to people and let them know what you want to run it for, so they know you're interested, and they'll call you when it comes down to it when they want to run it. So here's that, and crazy day today, but got it done, got it loaded, heading down to Florida. Have a good weekend, everybody. God bless.